Hi everyone, Letty here. Today I'm going to share with you hashtag smash that pack. This is going to be a 12 by 12 paper pack smash. I'm going to be using up the entire pack of the winter collection by Echo Park. So welcome back everyone. This year I have my hashtag crafty goals 2023 that I'm participating in. I wanted to smash a pack and I wanted it to be winter. And so I took out two of the packs that I had in my stash. This one's Welcome Winter by Card+Envelope. This one is a full pack. And I also have a 6 by 6 has the sticker sheet. And then I also have the stamp set. So I really like a couple of these sentiments. And then the second option I had was Winter by Echo Park. You see there I had the sticker sheet. I had 2 packs of ephemera, and then I have a ton of scraps, and then I do have some full sheets. And I think what I'm deciding is because this one has the ephemera and I've already started this one, I'm going to finish off that winter one, but I think I might bring in the stamp set. So now let me show you what comes in this kit or what I have left over from the kit. So I do have the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet. Again, this is Winter by Echo Park. Lots of really pretty blues, really pretty. And then besides the sticker sheet, I also have some 12 by 12 sheets, which I have 9 of them left out of the original like 12 or 13 that I had. So this one, these are the patterns that I have. So you can kind of get an idea of what I'm working with today. Now, typically a pack comes with 12 by 12 sheets. That one I had doubles. And so I'm going to probably use both sides. Normally a pack will come with 12 sheets and then a sticker sheet. I ended up having 13 sheets and a sticker sheet. So I'm going to consider this a pack to smash. And so you see here, I do have an extra sheet of my cut aparts. I will definitely be using them as cut aparts. I really like the cut aparts in this one. So, and then these are the scraps that I had from the previous sheets. So you can see here, I did have 4 additional sheets that I have used up already. I think I did a sheet load of cards last year with this collection. So this is what I have. I have some additional scraps also, and then even more scraps that I'll be using today. And then I also have some of these little fussy cut globes that came from one of the sheets of paper. I've already cut them down and they are ready to be used as well. So then I have 2 packs of the frames and tags ephemera pieces. I had gotten these for free from scrapbook.com orders, and so I included them with my kit. We'll see if I'm able to use them. My goal is to try to use them, but we will see at the end. So that's what comes in the kit in the little pack. So I've got 2 of those. So here is everything that I have to start my projects. My first step of a pad smash or pack smash is going to be to choose the projects I want and then cut things down. So I've already cut down my 3x4 cut aparts. I've already trimmed off all of my branding strips, the borders at the bottom that have the brand name. And then sometimes they have a little bit of pattern paper, which I've already saved and cut off separately. So all of my papers are ready to go. I do have 7 papers left, separate from the 2 sheets of cut aparts. One of these is a 4x4 cut aparts, but I really like that snowflake paper. So my paper is prepped and ready. Let's talk about my first project. So my biggest project is going to be, I'm going to make 2 folios. These are inspired by the MayMay Folio. And one of my crafty goals was to make handmade gifts each month, at least 3. I've already made 2, so this will be 2 more. I'll be able to make my goal for the month. And I'm going to try to use up everything that you see here to make this project and a few extra ones. So this is, again, just my first project, but the next thing I'll do is cut down my paper. So I have cut down my paper for my folios, you see here, and I will link a full tutorial at the end of this one, as well as MayMay's original video down in the description box. I've got all my paper cut up to size based on the dimensions that I need, which again will be in my tutorial video, as well as MayMay's. And so here are the scraps that I had left from the 12 by 12 sheets after cutting down my mats and everything for my folio. I don't have very much paper left, you see here. And then these were some additional scraps that I had, and then all of my original scraps. So literally this is all the paper scraps or paper I have left at this stage before moving on to my next project. I still need to decorate, which is what I'll do next. I'll be using all the items that you see right here in front of me to decorate my folios. So again, my next step will be to assemble and decorate these folios, which I will do off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about my next phase of project. I've already made my folios. These are my scraps that are left after folio before I make cards. So this is what I'll be using to make cards. You see here, I did have some cut aparts, but I'm going to use it for paper. Spoiler alert, I'm going to end up getting 15 cards out of the scraps that you see in front of me, which is, again, a lot of branding strips and then a couple of smaller or smaller pieces of 12 by 12 paper. I do have those winter borders from the branding strips. I have some globes. I have 8 3x4 cut aparts that I'll be using today. These will be the primary focal points on some of my cards. I do have 2 packs of those frames and tags, some of the ephemera pieces, and these are the stickers that I have left over after making my folios. So I still have about half a sheet of stickers. So again, these are going to be the supplies that I use to make my cards. It's now time for the full recap to see what I made. But first, let me show you what I had left over. So I had 2 of those little winter pieces from the branding strips that came at the bottom of the papers, and then just a few little scraps of paper. And again, most of these came from the branding strips as well. So really not a lot. I am okay with trashing that and calling this one done. Now, the one caveat is that I did not smash either of the 2 packs of ephemera, but typically ephemera is not found in an Echo Park pack. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to put that back in my stash. I did smash the entire sheet of the 12 by 12 stickers as well. So what would have been a traditional pack, I did smash in this project. So here are my 2 folios, again, using that 6x8 MayMay tutorial. I'll link a tutorial from me at the end, and I'll link one from her down in the description box below. So there's a close-up of my cover, and I did use Nouveau drops. This one is called Neptune Turquoise. It's a really pretty color. I had gotten it at the CKC scrapbook convention thing that I went with Tobey. So it's a Nouveau drops. And then, so I added that just to little accent the insides of the snowflakes and some of the additional areas. This is a magnetic closure. Here's what the inside of my folio looks like. I added some of these 4x6 mats. They leave a little bitty border around the picture. Here is what it looks like. I have the mats, and I included some cut apart cards. You flip it here and you've got another set of mats and an extra cut apart card there. And then to finish it off, I just had my little label in the back. So that is the folio from start to finish. I did a second one. So here's what the front looks like. So super cute. And then when you flip it out, again, you have your different areas to little tuck spots to put your mats in there. And then on that second one, again, I have the same thing, an extra cut apart and a mat. And again, my mats have a little bitty border around the photo. I completely forgot to put my sticker on this one. I will add that before I hand it out. So again, I made 2 folios using that 6x8 paper tutorial from MayMay. And then I also made 15 winter cards. I did bring in template number 7 from Just Crafts. This is the one for the 6x8 paper, but because all I really need is a 3x4 piece of paper, and you're able to make a whole card, because I had those 3x4 cut aparts. So I figured that would work great. You see there, I did separate out my triangles to mix and match the papers. I added Nouveau drops. So I wanted all of my cards to have a snowflake pattern. So I went ahead and separated it out so that way each one could have a little bit of that snowflake pattern. So that's why you see here the 2 triangles not matching. And again, I added Nouveau drops to all of the cards. Most of them were on the little 3x4 cut aparts, just to act as like a little focal point. And I really like that color. It has a little bit of a tint of like a green. It's like a greenish bluish. I think it just really worked well with this pattern collection. So these are my scrap cards, mostly using stickers. There you see there, I did add some Nouveau drops as well to the dots that were already there. And I did add scraps to all the insides of my cards. So this is how I was able to finish up pretty much all the stickers and the scraps. So you see there I added Nouveau drops just on the top of that little border or banner. I added a stitch scalloped oval and another banner at the top. You see there the little Nouveau drops just to make it look like the little cording. Just super fun. I was able to use up all my strips this way, my scraps of paper. There you see I popped up the inside of that sticker on foam dimensional tape. So again, that was 15 A2 size winter cards. I had a couple of stickers left, and so I decided to decorate some envelopes. I made 15 decorated envelopes to go with the cards. I used this stamp set after all, which is what was super exciting because I was able to tie this in after all. I used those snowflakes and the Hello Winter. So I just stamped my little Happy Mail stamp that I got from Joann's. It's a woodblock stamp by American Crafts. It's normally $3.99, but of course I used a coupon on it. And then, so what I did was I stamped, and then you don't see it here, but I actually added the leftover stickers on the back side of the envelope where they have the little flap. So I used a gel pen from Dollar Tree just to add some little additional sparkle. So super fun. So I've got 15 cards and envelopes ready to be mailed for my crafty goals this month. And then I tied in a little bit of extra paper. I brought in this Magic or Winter Magic by Echo Park. It's a 6x6. You see there my scraps. This was a new pad when I started it, but I thought that the colors were very close to what I had from this collection, and the reason why was, remember all those little bitty globes? I went ahead and used them to make 17 ATCs, which are artist trading cards. And so I have already made these as well. And so I added those little globes. I added some Nuvo drops and some little snowflake confetti that I had got from Hobby Lobby. These are cards that you can add your information to the back, and then you can send them out. You can trade them. You can give them away. They almost act as like a little business card if you have like an Etsy store or something like that. I like these. When we went to the crops, Tobey and I, we made some and we handed them out. It was super fun, and it basically has a way that everybody can have your information without having to worry about remembering it. And so what's neat about these is they fit in a baseball card sleeve, so you can easily save them. This was again my 12 by 12 smash, hashtag smash that pack. And again, it was the winter collection by Echo Park. I had very little scraps, which I will be getting rid of for the hashtag crafty goals 2023. Thanks for visiting, everyone. I hope you subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram. Here are a couple of videos I think you might enjoy, and happy crafting.